What's good? It's your boy LT, and we're back at it again with another episode of my JuCo journey. If you haven't seen the first episode, go check that out. I got shot at for the first time on my first day there. I had struggled with a bit of my financials, and then also I found a school to go to. So if you haven't seen that, check that out. This is part 2 of my JuCo journey. So while I was waiting to look for another apartment with the Hawaiian boys, I was living in Anaheim. So I was traveling from Anaheim to Pasadena almost every day to get to school and to train with some of the boys. I met up with the quarterback, and I pretty much just asked him, so, yo, is it alright if I can stay on your couch during the week until I find a spot for myself? And he was cool with it. So I was staying at the quarterback's house and then going to my auntie's in the weekend and just enjoying it, just meeting new people, making new friends, meeting the rest of the boys on the football team. We had a bunch of Hawaiians, we had a few Samoans. Shout out to my boy Edward. We connected straight away, but he became one of my best friends in life. And we went through the struggle together, so it's been pretty good. And I'm gonna share some more stories along the way with me and Edward going through the struggles, man. So we were allowed to stay at the quarterback's house for at least 1 more month until the lease was up. So we had 1 month at the quarterback's house with the rest of the boys from Louisiana and Florida, and it was just us there. We're just playing 2K, chilling, and just trying to figure out where we're going to go to next. And so the time came when we had to leave, and we had nowhere to go. And we were pretty much homeless. Like, we literally had nowhere to go. We were living at friends' houses. We were staying at shout out to Danny Duran and her family. They pretty much took us in for a long time, for a few weeks, until we found a spot. And when it got too much for them, we didn't want to overstay our welcome, so we moved in with the Hawaiian boys. The Hawaiian boys first started off, there was about 12 of them in a 1-bedroom apartment down the street from school, and then I think 7 of those guys got a 1-bedroom apartment a little bit closer to school. So me and Edward, we moved in with those guys, the 7, so it was actually 5, sorry. And then it became 7 of us in a 1-bedroom apartment. So I'm gonna try to link it. I'm gonna try to put up the link of my little MTV Cribs so you guys can check it out. This is the spot right here.
Keep talking, you have to keep talking.
Hey everybody, this is my cousin Paulie.
What's up? How's it going?
Just taking a tour and seeing how I live and stuff. So.
Just so I can show his auntie and uncles back here.
This is J Book. You guys know J Book, right? Yeah. You guys want an autograph?
You sing me a song right now?
Well. But yeah, this is my bedroom right here. This is where I sleep. Yeah, this is pretty much it. So, love you, family. Take care, and feel free to visit me anytime.
Are you recording with a video too?
You can.
He done?
Yeah.
You done?
Peace. Alright. So that's my little MTV Cribs edition, and that's pretty much how we were living at that time. We're all football players in this place, in a 1-bedroom apartment. Everyone had a little spot on the floor in the living room. My spot, I had my duffel bag as my pillow, and I had a little sheet over me. I was the only person that had class at 7 in the morning, which was my math class, and everybody else didn't have class until later. So everybody was still up around like 2 o'clock in the morning, and I'm trying to sleep. So I found this little way where I just get a t-shirt, wrap it around my eyes like a blinders, and that helped me sleep. But still, man, it was rough. It was rough, and I had never experienced anything like this before. Sleeping on the couch sleeping on the couch, that's a luxury. Sleeping on the floor, I had never slept on the floor in my entire life until I got to America. But this is just one of the things you got to do. Like, you can either sit there and complain and like, oh, I don't have a bed, or you just rough it out. You just keep going, and that's pretty much what I did. Because we're all going through the struggle together. Like, me and Edward, we're in it together. Like, we're struggling financially, for food, with a living situation, preparing for football, preparing for school. So there's all these different factors we had to worry about, but we just kept going, man. Like there's no point crying and feeling sorry about yourself, because there's no one there to help you. Like you're on your own, so you have to do it. But it was good because I was able to go through it with a best friend of mine. So the process was easy. The struggles didn't seem that hard at the time. We just did it. We just survived. That's all we did. So back to the 1-bedroom apartment. It was cool. We were with the Hawaiian boys. You know, we were family. We were waiting. We actually moved to a studio apartment just below the 1-bedroom apartment, and then there was 4 of us in the studio apartment. We also had another neighbor from hell. There was this lady, this old lady. She had this little Chihuahua dog that was always barking, that was always running up and down and barking and barking. And this lady was crazy. Like, she was crazy. She would always walk by. She was like, "Goddamn Hawaiians, making all this noise. Goddamn Hawaiians, here you go, buddy. Go bite those Hawaiians." Like, you know, her dog's name was Buddy. And she would just always be talking shit. She'd walk past the window, just talk shit. "Goddamn Hawaiians." Like, it was crazy. Like, this lady was crazy. But one of the biggest things, like, her dog would always be barking at the door. She was like, "Hey, buddy. Hey, buddy. Calm down, buddy. Leave them Hawaiians alone." You know? I don't know where she was from, but she was just a crazy lady. That's one thing in California. You see a lot of crazy people. I don't know if they're crazy or if it's just their mental illness. And a lot of homeless people too. That's one thing I noticed too. There was a lot of homeless people out there, just living it rough. So we moved into the studio apartment with my boy Jordan, Jason, Edward, and myself. We all pretty much had a corner in each of the studio. But like, we was just so eager to get in. Like, we didn't give the owners opportunity to clean it properly. So we were living there. I ended up getting scabies. I don't even know how I got that. Like, I think the carpets were messy. I was still sleeping on the floor. I'll put my blanket down on the floor and then have like blankets on top. So I think there's a photo here somewhere. This is my little corner. And this is just how I was living during the season. But this is just what you had to do at junior college. We didn't have the money. We didn't have the resources to live in luxury, to have a nice place all the time. There's just things that just keep coming up. So the living situation was pretty rough. But you build that strength. You build that toughness. You build that, man, it don't matter. All I need is a roof over my head and some food in my belly. And so, like, during the season, there was a few weeks where we only had 1 meal a day because we were struggling. All of us were struggling financially. So we would only have 1 meal a day. I remember Edward had a care package from Samoa, had corned beef. As you do, you had a whole cans of corned beef, had bongos, bongo chips, had raro sachet sent through from his family in Samoa. But yeah, we had this main dish that we had that would cook up was ramen noodles, corned beef, soy sauce, and brown sugar, and that was the sauce. And we just let it slowly cook all together and put some peanut butter on that. Like, that's the ghetto way to live.